Of course, a clip from the film The Natural about a magic bat called Wonder Boy that seemingly takes over baseball. And while it may not be magical, there is a bat that has everyone talking in this young MLB season. We're talking about the Torpedo Bat. Its legend grew even larger last night after the Cincinnati Reds star Ellie De La Cruz hit not one but two home runs with the bat, driving in 7 RBIs.
The Yankees even got in on the big bat action, hitting 15 home runs during their opening 3-game series, tying a major league record. So let's talk about it. What makes this thing so special? We have astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson with us. All right, Dr. Tyson, we love it, don't we, when physics and baseball intersect as we're talking about this bat. Can you explain to us, what's the science here? What is it about this bat?
So just a couple of points in the story, The Natural, his bat actually breaks, and then he has the bat boy get him a winner, brings back a whole new bat he's never used before, and he still crushes it. So the magic of the bat was more the magic of his hands. But I'm a baseball fan, as are many people. I was born in the Bronx, so I'm an authentic Yankee fan. I will add here that Aaron Judge's 4 home runs in that game were hit with a regular bat, not with a torpedo bat, just to clarify that. So what they're calling a torpedo bat, I'm wondering, somebody should have invented this decades ago, because in retrospect, it looks quite simple. So I brought a sample bat here. It's a Nerf bat, but so we'll deal with it for the moment. Notice in the bat, we have the same width for a big part of the length of that barrel. And so that allows you to hit it at almost any part of this bat and get sort of maximal, quote, wood behind it. Now, there are other factors that are involved here. For example, the bat actually goes into a vibration mode if you hit it at the tip of the bat or if you hit it up near the handle. And that's never good. And that's how sometimes you get a sting on the bat when you swing. But what they've decided and figured out is some players always hit the ball in a particular part of the bat. And if that's the case, why don't you concentrate the sweet spot into that one place? Take the sweet spot wherever it would otherwise be spread and put it where that batter normally makes contact with the ball. And so if you do that, then when they make contact, the ball will go farther than it otherwise would if it didn't have that specially tailored sweet spot for them.
And why is it that the ball then goes further?
Yeah, well, so if I make the part of the bat where I normally hit the ball wider than other parts of the bat, then I'm not wasting wood in parts of the bat where I'm not making contact with the ball. That's the first point. Second, if I move the center of mass of the bat closer to my hands, 2 things happen. I can actually swing the bat faster, and I have more control over the bat. It's not that different from back in the days when they used to choke up on the bat. You remember that? Mm-hmm. You're bringing your hands closer to the center of mass of the ball. Many of the batters that choked up on the bat had very high precision with how and when they hit. But regardless, if you're a slugger and you put the mass closer in, I will not only be able to swing faster, and if I make contact with the widest part, then I will be able to put more concentrated mass from the bat behind the ball. You should have higher exit speed off of the bat when that happens. And anytime you have higher speed off the bat, the ball's going to go farther.
So you're like marshaling your energy and your accuracy. That makes sense. But I guess the question then is it fair? I mean, is this an unfair advantage?
Well, you want to stay in the rules. And the rules don't say where you put the thick part of the bat. It says, it gives a rule for how much it weighs, for how long it is. It's supposed to be rolled out of one piece of wood. And so they'd have to come up with a rule to make it illegal. And that would be stupid. Not stupid. That would be, everyone has access to this bat. It'd be something different if it was some secret formula and nobody else had it. Then that would be unfair. Plus, Judge hit 4 home runs and he didn't use the bat last night. So you still have to know how to hit home runs. You still have to be good at that. And so, but I will add that so many other advances in sports have made it much more interesting to watch. And the diet, exercise, weight training, distance training, all the physiology that we have altered, enhanced over the decades, that's in the human body. I don't see any reason why, if we can improve the action on the field with the equipment that's used, that we shouldn't do that as well.
We'll see if there's a similar push in baseball to get the torpedo bat removed the way that there is in the NFL now. This argument about the tush push. Any opinions there about the Eagles tush push trying to get outlawed by the NFL owners?
I have complete opinions there. So suppose you, on the basketball court, there was a spot where Michael Jordan was 98% deadly accurate every time he was there. Would you outlaw him from ever reaching that spot on the court to take a shot? No. You try to defend against it, but that might be hard. If I get an open man and he becomes the open man, because some people are better at something than others, when you have full access to the play, just because you haven't figured out how to do it yet, it's not some secret. Well, it could be if you don't know physics. If you don't know physics, it looks mysterious.
Good point. I will say I'm all good for it as long as my team is benefiting from it. If not, we should make it illegal. Neil deGrasse Tyson, appreciate you sharing your expertise.
Thanks for having me.
Stay with CNN News Central. We'll be right back.